Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my weekly session of Minecraft, where we left off last time. Did you see that? He literally took the plunge right into this hole. Well, he should be able to get out if he wants to. What the? Come on, there we go. Alright, he's out. Good. So, picking up where I left off last week, as you see, I built a basic fence all the way around this village to protect it. I put up torches throughout the village so that enemies cannot spawn inside. And, on top of all that, I was able to block off all of these underground caves, tunnels, and the like that were, you know, very risky to my villagers. Okay? So the village is safe. Now what I need to do is, and this is actually good, I actually like that I've got the iron golem fenced off, because it'll keep him outside of the village, running around looking for enemies. Instead of being inside the village in the middle when it's being attacked on the outskirts, he'll be right here near the entrance, always ready to fight enemies if they show up. So I actually like the fact that he's trapped outside the fence. Oh, hold on, there's a kitty. Hello. Oh, I ran away. So anyway, what I want to do first thing tonight, I gotta make gates so I can get in and out of this place, right? Because I can't, right now, I can't even get in and out of this thing. Because there's no gate. Then I'm going to go get more wood, because what I need to do is double up on this fencing and make it high enough that nothing can get over it. So I have to make a double fence. Once that's done, then I want to build some towers out of stone or wood, but probably stone, maybe wood depending on how much wood I have. And I want to build those up at like corners of the village, so you can look out and see over these trees and over this mountain and stuff and see what's out there. And plus, that'll be a good way for you to see the village from afar, so I know when I'm getting close to it that I'm actually getting close to it. I also want to try to, if I can, build a nice, like, maybe a stone archway at the main entrance and maybe the back entrance of the village, so it'll look pretty neat. And then on top of all of that, I want to actually do some commerce with the villagers. What I need to do is go to every villager and see what they want to trade for, and make kind of a list, and then see if I have the stuff, and I probably don't, so probably hightail it all the way back, to my own settlement, you know, my own house, grab the items out of storage that they want to trade for, come back and start the trading process so that they'll start leveling up. In addition, they have carrots here, so I'm going to harvest some carrots and go plant them in my own garden. So I've got a million things to do here tonight in the village, and it should be pretty fun. Let's go to sleep, since it's nighttime. Alright, Big Boy Abides, cheers. My sister called me up and said there was some deal where I could update my old iPhone 6S to an X, but I still really chose the XR. I just want the XS because it is smaller. I hate big phones. Look at the size of my iPhone. It's small. They have much bigger ones now. I just want a small phone. I don't want a giant fucking thing that it feels like I'm holding a tablet in front of my face. So I'm with you with that. Like, I want a small phone when I eventually get a new one. M5 NSX has resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much, N5 NSX. Can I craft a fence now? I probably could, quite frankly. Not a fence, a gate. Right, I need to make a couple gates. Here we go. Okay, I made 4 gates. That's what I need, because I'm going to put a double gate on each road entrance. Here's one of the road entrances right here. Mr. Papavera Charity said, I see the horse got all the jumps out of his system after last week. Yeah, if you remember last week, it was glitched out, and the horse just kept jumping, and it looks like he finally stopped. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna destroy this fence with my bed. Out of the way, chicken. And Big Boy Abides cheered again. He said, another hilarious thing is supposed to be the latest and greatest. It's literally the newest model. And my end gets a small shock electric current feeling when I get calls. I heard others mention this. What the fuck? So you get a phone call and it feels like you're getting an electric shock? That doesn't sound right. Well, shit. I mean, that's a good triple gate, but I need to make more gates now. I thought it was gonna be a double. It ended up being a triple. Big Boy Bites shoot again. He said, I can't stand the extremely large phone thing. That's why I'm getting the iWatch. And I only need basic calls for emergencies. I don't have to carry anything other than the watch, my wallet, and a key smart pocket knife thing. Not carrying shit, losing shit is heaven on earth. Now, Dolphin Cheater says that the Dolphin Gang is better than the Frog Gang. No, it's not. The Frog Gang is superior. Dolphin Gang is inferior. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Fuck out of here, man. Alright, so we got a triple fence there. Does this road go straight through to the other side? No, it doesn't. You can hear zombies because they're below us, but that's okay. I blocked them off. Where does this... shit. I know there's two other ways I think where a road enters. Here we go. Here's one. So here's one that I want to do. Here we go. I've seen American Horror Story as Victoria Gold. I saw many seasons of American Horror Story. It's an anthology, so every year it's different. I think I saw most of the season. I didn't see last year's. I'm always 1 year behind because it's free on Amazon Prime. So I usually watch it around Halloween time, but it's always the year before's season. So, okay, I got a fence there. There's an egg. Just sitting there. I gotta go craft another fence because I think there's a third entrance to this place, if I remember correctly. Ross Hardy, what's up? Yes, I did enjoy the conclusion of A Plague Tale. I thought it was a tad bit frustrating yet again with the gameplay elements, but I did enjoy the conclusion. So, it was good stuff. And I even said, you know, at the end of the game, that I really feel that's one of the best games of this year. And it's a shame that a lot of people basically didn't give it the time of day. Like, just even watching me play it. Oh, that's just some AAA, or that's not some AAA game, that's some stupid indie game I'm not going to watch. And then I go play a really, like, subpar AAA game and people will come on and watch. And it's like, dude, that game is so good. You know, the plot is really outstanding. And people just kind of crapping on it just because it's not a AAA. That's just lame to me. Well, it looks like this was a road, but it's actually blocked off, so obviously I don't have to worry about that. I swear there was one more road. There was like one more Ranger road coming in here, but I could be wrong, maybe. Alright, Big Boy Bites shoot again. He said, dolphins are much smarter than frogs. People don't eat dolphins. They do eat frogs, so clearly one is better. Though, honestly, if given the chance, I would try dolphin or dog or bushmeat. Wow. He wants to try dog. That's kind of messed up. Insert racially insensitive joke, which I will not, because I don't do those jokes anymore. Phil's changed. I guess that's it. I guess I don't need these gates. What I really need to do is make another couple axes so that I can go get more wood, because I need a lot more wood to make more fencing to make a 2-tier fence around the place now that I have the first tier fence. So I have to go back and go make a couple axes, 2 or 3. Fred Flintstone just cheered and said, what game would you recommend for 2019? We're halfway through. What games would I recommend? Many games. Let's see. Resident Evil 2 was great. The remake, that is. Retro Exodus was really good. Had a great story. Devil May Cry 5, probably the best action game of the year so far. Sekiro, good outing for From Software. Not as good as the other ones, in my opinion, but still a good outing. Mortal Kombat 11, best fighting game of the year. I think it's the only fighting game so far this year. Days Gone, great story. Subpar gameplay, but great story. Rage 2, really good first-person shooter action. Not a good story, but good combat in the first-person shooter. And, of course, Plague Tale. So all those games this year were definitely worth playing, in my opinion. Although you might not get as much value out of all of them because, like I said, some of them are excelling one thing and kind of failing another. But in general, I liked most of those games. There, I made 4 axes. Alright, I'm going to take one of my exits here, go to these trees and start chopping them down. Get more wood. Alright, let's see here. Holy crap. Big Boy Abides here to say, my philosophy of prof tried dog in China with his wife. He's kind of a nut job, but it's fun times. Almighty Turban cheers and notice me senpai. I have, and you're the top cheer because you did a 60-bit cheer, so Almighty Turban is actually the top cheer of the night now. Haven't seen Almighty Turban in a few weeks, but I guess they're back. Thank you for that. Mr. Papavera cheered. He said, you have a design of gates in mind and the final design of a fence that will go around the village. I think after this stream, I'll work on designs for building new houses. I also want to show you a design to make a rail system that will get you to your house and village. Yeah, I would say, I really don't care what the fence looks like. I just want it to be functional. So I'm just going to put a tier 2 fence on top of this, the same exact thing, just to get one up, okay? As for rail system and the like, yeah, I'd be interested. Fucking shit. I'd be interested in that. I don't know how any of that works. So I'd be interested in maybe building a rail system, you know, back to my place for express route back and forth between the two. Although, I don't know if it's possible simply because I think, if I remember correctly, there's water, right? Philly Bug-Eye Cheers said your playthrough of Plague Tale was fun. There was a lot of fun in chat. Those days we fought off the raids. Not being here because it's an indie game just means people missed out. I agree. The day we fought off those couple raids was actually really fun. Fighting off the raids with frogs. I enjoyed that. And I'm not usually one for that stuff, but I had a lot of fun with it. So I agree, people miss out. Oh, it's an indie game, I'm not going to come by. I'm going to wait for Phil to play another AAA game, you know. These are the same people, they don't come to the chill streams. They'll only watch me play new games. It's like, dude, you're missing out on so much. Seriously, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun together playing stuff. It doesn't have to be a fucking ginormous new release. It doesn't have to be a game that's been hyped up for 17 years, you know. No one knew what the fuck the Plague Tale was when it came out. You know, I waited a little bit to make sure it was good. It's quite good. You know, what did you really miss? What did you waste by watching me play a different kind of game that's not AAA? I mean, most people have fun doing it, so I don't get it, man. But some people are like that. They're like, it ain't AAA, it ain't my game, bro. Oh, let's see here. Big Boy Abides Cheers. A better way to explain. I get tingly fingers like a small static electric current on the edges of the phone while I'm in a call. That doesn't sound good at all. I've read others online talk of this hilarious if Apple's supposed to be the best and this happens. Kind of like a Glock firearms. That does not sound good at all. That sounds like there's an electric hazard, dude. Hopefully you're not getting like electrocuted when you're using your freaking phone. That would be nuts. This is dirt. This is so weird. There's a tree that grew next to dirt. You see that? And then below us, there's friggin' water. It's a weird tree. Oh, let's see here. Hair B has cheers. I can't believe how dumb retail workers can be. Oh, this is some... Okay, this is so silly. So people are trying to tell me they know where Kat works, and they're completely wrong. They're like trying to... say, oh, she works at this place. She doesn't work there. Like, they keep bringing this up. Like, I've seen 3 times now in the past 2 days someone's been trying to, like, troll me and say that. And it's completely wrong. But why give attention to the person regardless, right? So that's why I'm not even going to really address it. But, I mean, way to be stupid and wrong. Anyway, ITG Jake took me $1 and said, how are things going? Going good, I guess. We're going to have a nice chill stream of Minecraft tonight. Thank you for the $1 tip. Did all my wood just fall through? I think it did. Big Boy Abides Cheered again. He said, I'm calling Apple tomorrow about it. I'm cheerleader. Also, I'm #1 on the list above the chat. What is that? Was weekly? That's correct. The one above the chat is the weekly, because that reset overnight, last night. So it was pretty easy to be #1 because, you know, everyone's just starting up their cheering for the week. So yeah, you are the top cheerer of the week so far, and yes, you are the top cheerer overall of the night, and top cheerer of the night because you just did an 80-bit cheer. So you're like top everything right now when it comes to cheering, Big Boy Abides. Let's get you back on the leaderboard there, 80-bit cheer. Okay. 80 bits, thank you. Okay. Well, it's looking like it's going to be about to be nighttime again. This must have been where I was getting wood before, because as you can see, that tree had a piece missing. Okay, let's sleep. Oh, look how nicely lit my town is because of all the torches I put. That's cool. Hooey. But anyway, Big Boy Abides, yeah, you probably should call Apple. That does not sound good at all, dude. Timbo, absolutely. Timbo Slice says, are you grateful for the person who donated money so you played Plague Tale and ended up being one of your favorite games of the year? Absolutely, man. That's the thing. Like, I hate the fact... Oh, God. I hate the fact that I can't just go ahead and get every game. I really do. Because you're right. That could have been a hidden gem that I completely missed out on. Because it wasn't on my radar. No one knew what it was. I ended up playing a new game in Rage 2. That wasn't a bad game. Don't get me wrong. I don't regret playing Rage 2. I just agree that it could have been a much better game, and Plague Tale, in my opinion, was actually a more entertaining game overall. So, for me, yeah, you know, it sucks that I'm not in a position anymore like I used to be, where I could just play every game and buy every game. I can't afford it. So, thank you to the person who did donate a Plague Tale, because that is much appreciated that I did get to play. It's a really good game, in my opinion. If anything, very original, right? Very original premise, very original, you know, mechanics in the game. So it was a very unique day. Of all the games this year, I guarantee by the end of this year, A Plague Tale will stand out in my mind as an original game that had really cool original mechanics. While a lot of other games will be like, well, they were alright, but, you know, there wasn't anything that didn't take a chance, didn't really blow me away. Let's see here. Mr. Barbavera Cheery said, this thought for the whole village last week that could involve the viewers. Basically, you can have some people that support the channel get into to be in the village. Using name tags, you get to name any villager with the viewer's name. And the home the villager claimed would also be there. So if they wanted something customized in the home, you could do that. Look at that. Mr. Barbavera had a great idea. So basically what we could do is like during Minecraft streams moving forward, right? Top contributors get a villager named after them for those streams. So let's say tonight the top contributor gets a villager named after them. And then eventually when I get to customizing houses and everything, you know, they could get things done how they want. Like, what color bed do you want? You know, what do you want here? What do you want there? Sounds like a good idea, but I don't want to do that this week simply because I got so much to do to get this village ready, and so much shit could go wrong. I don't want someone to, oh, I'm going to contribute a lot this week. Oh, yeah, then the whole village burns down, and now I can't do it. That'd be kind of fucked up. So, let's get the basic work done here, and then we'll work on that. But that's a great idea, Mr. Papavera. Almighty Turban, other than 96-bit cheers, his thoughts on the stand your ground law. I know what it is, but I don't actually know the law itself. Like, I believe what it's supposed to be is that in certain states there's a law that if someone is approaching you in like a manner that's threatening your own personal safety, you have the right to stand your ground and fight back and or defend yourself. Now, I don't know the extent of what that means. Does that mean you can just shoot them? Does that mean that you could do, you know, hit them with something? You know, I don't know. I have no idea. So that's all I know. I just have a very general idea and understanding of what it is. And I certainly don't want... Oh! What the fuck? Huh? Where the fuck did a creeper come from? I don't have a fucking clue. A creeper blew my ass up out of nowhere. Okay, at least I have good armor on, because that would have fucking pissed me off. But anyway, I don't know much about the law. I'm not going to comment on it since I don't have the knowledge to properly really discuss it. Plus, I don't talk politics on the streams anyway, so there you go. Let's see here. Dankus Dave cheered 200 bits and says, chill streams are the best streams. Alright, thank you, Dankus Dave. You're the top cheer of the night. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Nice music. Always the chill music when I play Minecraft. ITG Jake cheer to me $1. He says, do you remember me? I love everything we're done with the taxes. I haven't attended the stream in a while. No, I mean, your name sounds familiar, but I don't really in particular remember you for anything in general. You could be a troll. You could be a fan. I have no idea. The thing is that I don't hold grudges. I don't have shit stuck in my head, so... Thank you for the $1 anyway, regardless. Big Boy Oblige cheered and said, do you have a most disappointing game compared to expectations for me? Was Metal Gear Solid 4. I was a huge Metal Gear fan, but I was pretty pissed. 3 was a hardcore MGS game. Yeah, a lot of people said 4 was too easy and was too much about story elaboration. After having played all of them, I can tell you I agree. Although it's really a visually appealing game, at least for the time, it was really great looking. It definitely didn't play anything like 3, like, you know what I mean? It was a very different kind of game. And so I can understand why some people were upset by it. For me, most disappointing game ever, I don't know. The thing is, I played too many. I've been doing this for 11 years. I can't remember half the games I played, seriously. I'm sure people would say, Phil, well, what about this one? And what about this one? And I could probably be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But off the top of my head, I can't do that kind of stuff anymore. And then he cheered again. He said, regarding stand your ground, you don't have to flee. If your life is in danger, that's the basics of the law. Different from the castle doctrine, but outside of your house. The castle doctrine means you can shoot the intruder who breaks into a home. Oh, see, I don't know anything about any of this shit. I don't even know what laws we have here in Washington. Dolphin just cheered and said, no, Dolphin Gang is taking over, and no one's doing Dolphin Gang at all. No one's listening but you. Dolphin's supposed to give Dolphin emotes. Absolutely no one else is doing it. I'm sorry, this is the Frog Crew, alright? You don't step to the lily pad, son. Alright, anyway. Samson took me $1.50 and says, since you played Shenmue 1 and 2, are you excited for 3? Also, today was announced that it's delayed till November. Yeah, I actually tweeted that out this morning, Samson. And I said, first of all, yes, I am excited for Shenmue 3. After 1 and 2, I do want to play 3, because that was an insane cliffhanger at the end of 2, huh? So I'm definitely playing 3. I'm definitely excited for 3. In regards to the delay, I'm okay with it. I'm okay as long as the final game ends up being good and ends up being, you know, polished or whatever. Let them delay it. I don't care. The things that kill me are like, oh, the game was supposed to come out in September, and we announced 2 weeks before that the game's now delayed for like 2 years. Like, what? That's what happened with Code Vein. It was supposed to come out in September, and they announced like not even a month before it, I think, if I remember correctly, that it was delayed until an unannounced date this year. Now it still doesn't have a release date. They're like, God damn, now obviously your game either sucked or you really weren't ready, and you were just fucking full of shit. You know, so... But I'm happy with it. Let it be delayed and let it be good. It's coming out in November now. As long as it's good, I don't care. Let's see here. So I have to update the total tips by another $1. It's $7. Again, guys, best way to contribute tonight is tipping me. It helps me the most, so please consider it. Papa Vera cheers. The creepers live sneaking up on people chopping trees. It's a time when players are distracted and not paying attention. If the game sounds are loud enough for you, you might be able to hear the steps creepers make. The only sound they make other than right before they explode. Alright, when they go hiss, and then they blow up. I didn't even hear the hiss at all. I just heard the explosion behind me. Huh? The fuck was that? Bagel Goose cheered. He said, when you were big on YouTube, what was the strangest deal or sponsorship you were offered? Oh, let me think about that. I had some weird ones. I had guys who were like, we'll pay you money to plug our business on your channel, in your videos, and also to put up links on your channel. I'd be like, what's your business? And they like wouldn't want to tell me. I was like, dude, you gotta tell me what it is. You know what it is? It was probably something shady. It was probably like online gambling or something fucked up that I wouldn't want to do. And they didn't want to tell me up front or something. They just wanted me to promote it. I had like 3 different companies like that contacted me and were like, dude, we just want some ad space on your channel. Can we do it? And then there was one company that was like, they wanted to buy my channel. Yeah, I remember that. They wanted to buy my channel for like a lot of money. They were like, we'll pay you like $20,000 for your channel. And I was like, you know, that's a lot of money just for it, but what, like, why do you want my channel? You know, you just want to buy it out from under me? Now, this is when I was popular. This isn't like now. This is when I was popular. So I was getting so much views and I was actually making money making videos. They wanted to buy my channel and I'm like, you realize like I'm actively making videos on this channel and this is like my job and you want me to just like give it up? Like, what are you talking about? There's some weird stuff. A couple indie companies that made like controllers contacted me. There was one, God, what was it? There was one that I didn't want to do because it had nothing to do with what I did. And I was like, why would I want to do that? I can't remember what it was, though. It was something with gaming, but something that I was like, I could never use your product. What was it? I honestly can't remember. I just remember that. But yeah, back in the day, I would say from the years of like 2011 through like 2014, I would regularly get offers for sponsorship. People would like try to contact me directly. And be like, oh, I want to do this and that, and team up with you with this and that. I never did any of them. I never accepted any of them. The only one that I actually did was one guy made me a custom Xbox 360 controller, and so I made a video on it to help promote him, and I used the controller for a while. Sadly, the controller wasn't very good. I hate to say that. It wasn't. Like, what happened was all the paint came off the controller onto my hands and fell apart. So I told the guy, I was like, dude, you know, I gave you a plug, but your controller kind of sucks. Like, it fell apart on me. And he was like, okay, well, don't worry, I apologize. And then eventually he made, like, a second model where the paint didn't really come off, but that controller, like, broke. So then after that, I was like, I don't think I should do these anymore. Because, you know, here I am plugging a company, and then the controller ends up being crappy. You know, it was like, damn, I kind of felt bad after that because some people... Oh, no, that was a weird one. Okay. So after I did that controller plug segment, all right, and I advertised this guy... He knew that I drank Jolt Cola because I mentioned it in videos. He wanted to sell me Jolt Cola, even though the guy was not a soda vendor or he didn't sell any kind of like food or drinks. All of a sudden, because I drank Jolt Cola, he wanted to start buying and selling me Jolt Cola at a discounted rate so that I could plug it on my channel and then other people would come to his place to buy Jolt Cola. And I was like, what? It was just so weird. It was like, dude, like you made me a custom controller and now you want to sell me an energy drink, but then you want to sell it to other people. It was like the weirdest thing. Like, and shit used to happen like that all the time back then. Weird shit. Like, what the hell is going on here? All I want to do, seriously, all I want to do, I want to play games that have fun and make a few videos, make a few bucks doing it. And so weird people would contact me for stuff like that. I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. That doesn't sound too good. Oh, let's see here. Big Boy Bite Cheer says, you actually do a pretty good job remembering games. By the way, my top games I want you to finish, the Weird Sheep Puzzle Crazy Girlfriend Dream Game. I finished it. You're talking about Catherine. I beat it, dude, back in the day. I did a full playthrough of that. Yeah, that was the one that I was unfinished. I did finish that game. And they remastered it. They're coming out with it again later this year, but I'm not going to play it because the first time around, I'll be honest, I liked the plot. I hated the gameplay. I didn't like the puzzle gameplay of that game at all. And quite frankly, that's the kind of game that if I had not been doing a playthrough for YouTube, I probably would have never finished it personally. But, yeah, so I'm not going to be doing the remaster. Nihilistic Goldfish tipped me $1 and said, my mom bought an $11,000 Rolex for my college graduation gift. I'm considering selling it, but I'll feel guilty. I'll probably get a fake one. The same model and wear it whenever I saw her. What's your advice? Honesty is the best policy. I'm sorry, but honesty is the best policy. Okay? Seriously. Because it's better to tell the truth now than have it be hidden and then come out later, or that someone know that you've been dishonest with them for a long time. So if you really don't like the gift, tell her that, explain why, and come with a solution together. Come up with a solution. Say the reason I didn't want to go sell this watch or pretend is because I respect you, and I know that you probably obviously put a lot of money and you probably put a lot of thought into this. It's just not my thing, and I'd rather do something else, with the money or whatever. But be honest, I'm telling you, even if initially they're pissed at you, even if they're pissed at you for a while, it's gonna work out better than if you lie or you're deceptive and then the truth comes out later. Because that's the worst feeling, at least for me. And this is now being like real talk, really like personal for me, because in my life a lot of people have fucked with me and have basically pretended to be either my friend or someone who cared about me, and then in reality they just hid the truth. And this has happened to me again and again and again and again in my fucking life. I don't know why people just can't be honest with me, because the truth of the matter is, even though I might be initially upset at something, I'll get over it. I'm not a guy, I told you, I'm not a guy who holds grudges. I'm not a guy who has issues if people are honest with me. So, so many things over the years. I mean, just you guys know from my personal history, from the guys I used to do content with on YouTube and everything, why the fuck people couldn't just be honest and upfront with me, I don't understand. And I'm way more hurt and offended now knowing that those people held that shit in and then decided to like backstab me about it later, rather than just fucking tell me up front. You know what I mean? And that's just people my whole life has been like that. People basically I feel like they're almost use me to do stuff for their own personal gain, and then later on when they're done with me, oh, now it's time to fucking, throw Phil under the bus or just ditch Phil, fuck him. There were people in the Street Fighter community who pretended to be my friend so that I would drive them to tournaments and stuff, and then on a whim just decide they don't want to be friendly with me anymore. It was pretty fucked up, some of the stuff that people did to me over the years. So, for me, honesty is always the best policy. Always the best policy. Even if initially someone gets hurt because of it, in the long run, I think that it's your best bet in life is to be honest. And if that person, the bottom line is, if you're honest and upfront with someone and they can't handle it, that's on them, not on you. You didn't do anything wrong. You were being the honest and transparent person because you respected that person enough to be honest with them. If they can't handle the truth, I mean, there's nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? But at least you can have a clear conscience and say, I did the right thing, and I didn't hide the truth from them or lie or be deceptive. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, all the things that have gone wrong in my life, it's very rare where I say that I don't have a clear conscience. With the stuff that happened with John and Howard and Respect the Pack, I have a clear conscience because I was always transparent and upfront with those guys about everything. They were the ones who had issue with me and never fucking said a word until I moved. So, that's on them, not on me. I'm sorry. They go, oh, Phil was a bad friend to us. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you never said a word when I was here. You never said a word when we worked with each other all the time and I was paying you for work and all this kind of shit. All of a sudden you had issue with me after I moved, and then you don't want to be honest with me about it, and so you want to make a fucking video behind my back and shit about it. Like, how would I have any kind of a chance to fix that, right? I had zero chance to fix any of it. That's the same thing here. If you're not upfront with your mom about this, it was your mom, right? Yeah, it was your mom, Nihilistic Dolphin. If you're not honest with her and upfront, later on she'll have grounds to be pissed off at you because you were dishonest. So I would say, don't be dishonest, be honest, upfront. Maybe together the two of you can brainstorm what to do about this watch you don't want. And go from there rather than just try to hide it. I'm telling you, it's better that way, seriously. All right, so Nihilist the Goldfish says, well, I don't think she'd like me selling the watch and cashing out. It'd be it'd either be honest and don't have a Rolex at all, do nothing and have a Rolex, or lie and have 11K cash. No, I don't think so. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You tell your mom the truth. I'm not a Rolex guy. I think this is too gaudy for me. I'm not, you know, whether it is, I don't know why it is you don't want the Rolex. Maybe you're just afraid of wearing it. Like, especially if you're not filthy rich, wearing a Rolex, like, what's the point? You know what I mean? And it also puts you at risk. People on the street gonna fucking rob you and shit for a fucking Rolex when you don't really have that money and stuff. You know, they just assume you're rich and shit. There's probably a million reasons why you shouldn't have the Rolex. You know what I mean? So, tell her the truth and be like, listen, if you can return it, great. If not, you know, I'd rather than this be something that will have zero value for me for the rest of my life, wouldn't you prefer that I did something with it? Like sell it to do money and tell her, I have constructive plans of what to do with the money. Here's what I want to do with it, and here's why I think that this makes more sense, you know? That's what I mean. Like, it's just make her a part of it, and hopefully she won't be the kind of person that's gonna be so fucking offended. Some people are just offended no matter what. If you don't go with what they wanted, they're just gonna be fucking offended. I know a few people like that. Oh, well, this was my idea, and if you don't like it, well, I'm offended. Well, here's why I didn't like it, but I think we can do something. Oh, I'm offended. There's nothing you can do about that. If she's that kind of person, then, you know, it is what it is, but don't eat the Rolex. Someone just said eat the Rolex. Big Boy Bites Shear said, I also want to see you finish Talos Principle. That was a good puzzle gameplay. I beat it myself. Has enough of a story to provide Phil Bance-style entertainment. I don't think I can. Reason being, Talos Principle was on my old PS4, and that was before the cloud got fixed. What I mean by that is when I was playing certain games for like 3 or 4 years on my PS4, it would auto-upload the save file backups to the cloud. And then at one point there was an error because one of the WWE games that I was playing uploaded, I'm not even kidding, the entire fucking game to the cloud. It was like 60 gigs, and it took up all my cloud storage. I didn't know this. And then behind the scenes, the cloud was erroring out every night. Instead of backing my shit up, it was saying cloud full, cloud full. It did that for like, I'm not even kidding, like 8 months. So there's an entire like year to year and a half of games that should have auto backed up and didn't. And I almost positive Talos Principle was back in that grouping. So even if I got Talos Principle again right now, there'd be no save file to continue from. I'd be completely fucked. Which sucks ass, I know. I can never really continue it. But it is what it is. I agree with you. I really liked the game. But it definitely was a game to play and not to watch. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain games that are fun to play, not to watch. That's definitely what it was. I think I have enough wood now, by the way. I guess I can go back to the town. If I can find it. I think it's over here. But, yeah, it's one of those games to play and not to watch. And where the fuck is the town? There it is. And, I enjoyed the story and I enjoyed experiencing it when I did, but I don't think that's a game that I would ever go back to being this, you know, this far detached from it. You know what I mean? Italian Frog Cheers says, the frog meme is a prime example of filtering a hater meme, making fun of your East Coast accent, and turning it into something positive. Hashtag frog gang, hashtag dolphin gang sucks. There you go. Big Boy Bites cheered. He said, is there something that is worth that people not saying what they feel? That's worse is when they are insulting to you when there are others with them. They would never insult you alone, one-on-one, but if someone else is with them and there's 3 of you together, it's a gang-up mentality. It's a form of betrayal. I hate that. My least favorite trait. Funny enough, alright? Funny enough, that's never happened to me. I'm serious. People will never do that. People will never say shit to my face, ever. Like, it's always an underhanded, backhanded thing. And I really detest that. I really detest that. Again, be honest. If you have an issue with me, if you have an issue with something I've done, be honest with me and upfront with me. And I will, you know, even if I disagree with you, at least knowing there's an issue is better than not knowing. Because at least if you know there's an issue, you could try to do something to fix it. If you have no fucking idea there's an issue, you will never know and you'll never be able to fix it. You know? So what's the point? You know? That's why when people say to me, oh, Phil, so you don't understand that video that John and Howard made was because they wanted to get it off their chest and feel better and clear the air. No. If they wanted to get it off their chest, feel better, and clear the air, they would have contacted me. They would have contacted me and said, Phil, we have serious issues we want to talk to you about. That wasn't what that video was. That video was this. It was a fuck you to say we don't want to have anything to do with him anymore, but by doing it this way, it makes us look like victims, and therefore it allows us to not have to deal with this shit anymore, because no matter what Phil does, he's the loser now, and, you know what I mean? And so there was no reason whatsoever for them to do that publicly at all, because I didn't know about any of it. It would have been one thing if this was all things that I had already known about, and they were public knowledge, or there was knowledge between the two of us, and then they exposed, this is why we don't want to be friends with Phil anymore, because he's been doing this stuff to us for years, and we keep telling him about it, and he does it anyway. But that's not the case. That video was the way for them to detach themselves from me in a way that made them look like victims, so everyone sides with them at my expense. If they actually cared, they would have contacted me to talk about it personally. They wouldn't have made that video ever. So, it's that simple. But, you know, some people disagree, but that I know from a perspective of, you know, a relationship, if you want a relationship to continue, you know you can't make a video like that. You just know that. I would never, if I had an issue with someone, but I wanted us to continue to have a friendship, I wouldn't make a fucking video about it, airing for an hour and a half, airing grievances. Like, that's it. That's said, I'm burying you now, you know? I'm putting the stake through your fucking heart. And that's literally what they did. So. Alright, so anyway, let's see here. Big Boy Abides cheered and said, when it comes to issues and debate with the mother, nihilistic goldfish, just do what Oedipus did. Oh my god, let's not talk about that. Big Boy Abides says, I'm a philosophy minor, which isn't much of anything, but I read a lot, which means more. Anyway, the Talos principle and the dialogue in the PC terminals is really, really well done. I'm trying. See, that's what I mean. Like, it's been so long. I remember the game being really fun, and I remember the story being good with the stuff in the terminals having like a lot of philosophical meaning, right? If I remember correctly, it was like you were a robot or an AI in a robot's body, and everyone was dead, and like, are you alive or not? And people were like debating this, or the creature, the AIs were debating this or whatever. I thought that was a really good discussion, but it's been so long since I played the game, there's no way I can even friggin', you know, address it, the plot anymore, so. No name to me $1. If Rainbow and Howard were so dishonest and not upfront with you, maybe you could debunk their video where they said you were lying. Why would I bother? That would imply that I actually, like, that would imply that I want to get back at them. And the truth of the matter is I don't. I don't care about it anymore. I don't, like, that's so long ago at this point. You're talking 3.5 fucking years ago. I don't care. I mean, for a while, a few months, I was really, really hurt. And I was like, damn, I can't believe those guys fucking did that to me, because, you know, we had a friendship and or working relationship, or both, whatever the fuck you want to call it, considering the fact that the way that they talked in that video was like I wasn't a good friend of them or whatever. But it hurt bad. But after a few months, I got over it and I moved on. I said, I got other shit to do, man. You know, I'm out here. I have a life in Washington now. I'm not in Connecticut anymore, where I gotta, you know, deal with that anymore. And it's not a big deal to me, where why the fuck 3.5 years later am I gonna debunk a video? It doesn't matter anymore. It's all fucking fluff. It's bullshit. And yeah, you say it's water under the bridge. It's not, because obviously we're not friends anymore. But there's no reason for me to ever fucking, you know, address those things anymore, because it's just bullshit anyway. But why 3.5 years later open old wounds? That's the best way to say it. Why open old wounds? Why bring up things that they said so long ago that I just don't care about anymore and don't even apply? The thing is, a lot of people watching this right now have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. They're like, huh? Like, what are you talking about right now? And you're right, it was 3.5 years ago. A lot of people have just watched me over the past few years. They don't even know about that shit. So, why bring it up? Big Boy Abides. Oh, that's $1 tip. I gotta up the total tips. Big Boy Abides shoot again. Let's up these. What are we up to? $9 in tips now. He says, I'm not saying you did this, but I had a family member who bullied me and pretended like I never was upfront about it, and was a domineering alpha asshole. Not like a white knight, like a bully. Anyway, I texted him letting him know how he felt, and he did not apologize, just made it worse. But I do not think you intimidated John or Howard. They were just being, well, intimidation. I don't even know what that means, because, like, we had a good relationship. You know what I mean? Like, again, I wasn't aware there were ever any issues. It would have been one thing if you say, oh, there were all these issues underlying, and Phil ignored them or whatever. I was never told there was a single issue. I was never told that anyone was angry at me for anything. I was never told that I was doing something wrong, and that they felt like I wasn't being a good friend, or even you know, even if you wanted to say forget friends for a business relationship, right? I was never told that either. Like, never, ever. There was one thing ever that ever came up between John and I. We talked about it in a text. We cleared it up. And according to him and me, you know, we agreed that it was basically taken care of and squashed after the discussion. Yet he brought it up in the video again. And I'm like, we specifically talked about this and said that it was all right, and now you bring it up later like we never did. That's not right either. That's also being dishonest. You know what I mean? But no, like, there was nothing like that. I never bullied either. I mean, I was paying John to be in my videos constantly. How could you say I was bullying him into anything? He was doing it willingly. You know, if he ever didn't want to do something, he could have just said I didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? So I don't even understand how that could even be like a reasoning that, oh, he was bullying or whatever. You know, nah, it's nothing like that. It can't be anything like that. Oh, let's see here. Big Boy by Shoot Again. So it was certainly the job of John Howard to directly contact you before that video. No question. And that's right. And that's the thing that gets me. Oh, Phil, it's your fault because, you know, you didn't contact them. What are you talking about? I was the one always contacting them. Even though in the video they complained about my method of contact, I was the one who always contacted them. I was the one who texted them a lot. And no, it wasn't always about work. That was an outright fucking lie. A lot of the times I would mix my messages about different things. You know, I would say, oh, how's it going? How are things going with your series, John, or whatever? You know, hope you're doing well. And by the way, if and when you're ready to talk about doing a Smart Guys or whatever, let's talk. It wasn't just smart guys, do work, let's switch videos, smart guys. It was never like that. That's complete horse shit. But, you know, again, they had to do that because they wanted to sever the tie with me and have people stop bothering them about me and my content. Because here's the truth of the matter, and I've talked about this before, but the truth of the matter is I think the real situation, which this is just speculation, they knew that I had moved and that I wasn't coming back, and that I wasn't going to really be involved with their lives anymore. You know, maybe every once in a while talk or whatever, but there's a lot of drama being involved with me. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows, you know, if you're a moderator of mine, if you're involved, if you're a family member of mine, anyone who gets involved with me, there's bullshit from these trolls. And I get the feeling that what ended up happening was when I moved, and you guys saw how bad the trolling got, right? Like, that was the absolute worst that the trolling ever got. I was swatted. I got DDoS attacked constantly. I was doxxed. You know, family members were swatted and doxxed. My YouTube channel was attacked, and I lost a ton of money that I used to make on my YouTube. The fuck was that noise? You heard that, right? I lost a ton of money that I used to be able to make on my YouTube channel because I got attacked constantly. So I get the feeling that after all of this happening, okay, being quite honest, that frankly, the truth of the matter is they just wanted to sever the connection. They knew I wasn't coming back to Connecticut to live. They knew that I kind of moved on with my life. And even though I had a desire to maintain a relationship with them and have a friendship and maybe do work with them as well, in particular, it was John with Smart Guys, who I really wanted to maintain that relationship with, both friendship and a work relationship, they knew that it was too much trouble. Like, they were, I would almost go as far to say more than likely they were being constantly fucking harassed about when were they going to come back and be in my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, John in particular had his own show, his own podcast, and I almost guarantee you, he was being constantly harassed by people. When are you going to come back and be on Smart Guys? When are you going to be in a video with Phil? And that's not, you know, he wanted to do his own thing. And people should respect that. Sadly, people aren't mature enough to fucking respect that. And after constantly being harassed about it probably for a straight up fucking year, he probably had it up to here with it, you know? And more than likely, every time he heard me even bring it up, he was angry, not because I brought it up, but because people had been harassing him for so fucking long about it, and he just didn't care about it anymore. Now, did he ever say that to me? No, and that's the issue I have. If you had an issue, just say it. No, Phil, you know what? At this point, I'm just really not interested in doing it anymore. Too much harassment online and too much negativity. I just want to focus on my own shit. I would have been like, I totally respect that, and good. I'm glad that we got that answer out of the way, because now I could tell people to stop bothering me about it. But ultimately, that was the major problem with it, was I was never told that. So constantly people would ask me what's going on, and I wouldn't have answers. I'd be like, you got to ask John. So people would go to John and harass him probably about it, and, you know, that's because he told me that, you know, yeah, we're going to do it eventually. We're going to do it eventually, just not now, you know? So in reality, his dishonesty ended up kind of biting him in his own butt. And then I think he kind of eventually blamed me for it, you know? Like, oh, because I was the reason why he was getting harassed and stuff, when in reality, if he had just told me up front, I don't think that would have happened. I would have left him alone about it. And would have just, if anything, that would have been even better towards what he wanted, because then I would have just talked to him about friendly stuff. I would have said, all right, let's just have a friendship from now on instead of worrying about being in content. But that's not what happened. He never was honest with me about it, so. All right. Let's see. What the schmeck? cheered and said, I've been pretty busy lately. I'm watching Persona 5 playthrough. Will you ever finish it? It ends abruptly on episode 459 in your playlist. No, it doesn't. I finished it. What happened was, I believe, what happened, if I remember correctly, was that at the time when I started playing Persona 5 again, my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, got shut down. So I don't know what playlist you're talking about, but it is complete. You can actually see the entire playthrough on DSPGaming from start to finish. I put it all in the same playlist. It's all there. It took a while, but I got it all there and fixed. The problem was that my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, got fucked up temporarily, so I had to upload it to another channel, and then I had to go back to DSPGaming and upload it again later on. But it should all be there in its entirety on DSPGaming, I believe. If it's not, you know, you can let me know, but I'm almost positive it is. You're the first person who's told me it's not in its entirety there, okay? What I'm thinking is you're watching it on the other channel, KO Gaming, where I was backing it up or something. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, let's see here. Hold on a second. Crap, it's going to be nighttime again. And, well, I don't know why I put the torches on this fence. That was really dumb because I knew I was going to double up on the fence. And I put torches on the fence, which isn't good because now there's no torches here. Shit. You know what? I think I finished with the fence, though. Did I? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I'm going to double check. I got to sleep, though, but I'm going to double check and make sure this goes all the way around the town. Okay. Oh, Big Boy Abide said it's actually good to burn bridges in life sometimes, despite what people say, especially in the age of the internet when past annoying people could follow you forever, but that's not what happened with John and the Italian guy with the hat. I don't even know what that means. Mr. Bravavera, cheers, says the village still needs a lot of light, a few stacks worth of torches. If you want to hide some of the torches, instead of placing them on the ground, there's a few options. You can place a torch in a block hole in the ground and cover it with carpet. If you dye sheep any color, they will regrow that color after you shear them. Placing carpet over a torch, you can walk over the carpet. You can also use leaf blocks over a torch, and the light will show through the leaf blocks. You have to dig a hole 2 blocks deep. Well, I understand what you're saying, Mr. Papavera, but I haven't seen a single monster in here, right? Like, I haven't seen a single monster spawn. I think when the monsters are spawning, you know what they're doing? They're spawning underground. Because remember, there's caves under this town that I blocked off? I think that because of the nature of the way the town was designed, that the enemies are spawning underneath. I seriously do. I think that there's dark area underneath me, and that's why we're here, zombies and stuff. So I think we're all right. Look, I mean, seriously, every day here, I'm not seeing a single monster. So I don't think it's an issue. I think we're all right with the amount of lighting that we actually had. Okay. Big Boy Abide seriously, betrayal is the worst level of hell in Dante's Inferno, I think. I've been betrayed in way worse than your Howard and John situation. I'm convinced there's nothing worse in this life, especially when the person betrays you for being a good, decent person. For the person betraying you for being a good, decent person and is jealous? I don't know about that. Italian Frogs, what do you think about Twitch adding a subscriber-only stream option? It would be more enticed to sub if you did occasional sub-only streams. Maybe an Ask the King type show where you take live questions from the subs-only chat. Only subs can watch. Here's the thing. It's completely worthless. Because anyone can illegally restream you. I can do a subs-only stream and fucking you-know-who would just restream it on YouTube anyway. So what's the point? That's the problem. Like, that's also why... Look at these guys tossing carrots at each other. This is also why I could never do a Patreon where I say, oh, I'll exclusively release videos to my patrons early, and then later on I'll do it public, because people would just fucking illegally rip it or whatever, and then put it on the internet anyway. So there's zero benefit for me doing anything subscriber only, because these assholes would just illegally restream it somewhere else. I mean, obviously they wouldn't do it on Twitch; they have to do it on YouTube or whatever, and YouTube does nothing about it. So complete waste of time, sadly. I know it sounds like a good idea on face value, but it's really not. Beware by said, okay, too much beer and cheering. I'm going to take a break for a bit, but I'm thinking of classic games, N64. Did you ever play Turok 2 or Battle Tanks? Oh my god. Donkey Kong 64, Bond, Twine, GoldenEye, and on the SNES, Super Star Wars. It would be great to see you try some of those. Or the early Splinter Cell games. Let's see. I played the original Turok, not Turok 2. I never played Battle Tank. I never played Donkey Kong 64. I played the remake of GoldenEye. Never played the original. I never played Super Star Wars on the SNES. Nope. I barely played any of those games ever in life. So, that's a no, and a no. And what the fuck? I guess I didn't finish the fucking fence. Look. I thought I finished the fence, but there's no way. Look, it's still single fence here. Here it's double. I guess I gotta keep going. I thought I had finished it, but no, it's fucking needs to be doubled up. It's double here. It's double here. Here's the gate. Okay, I gotta do it from this side now, I guess, right? Okay. Frog? Oh my god, how do I even say this? What? Frog? I'm just gonna say frog. I can't say this guy's name. He cheered. He said, Phil, I like the way you say bog, smog, dog, and frog with your Italian accent. Pretty cool shit. Sorry, I'm extremely drunk. I'm literally vomiting. I'm very wasted. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh, let's see. What the schmeck? Cheers. On the playlist on DSPGaming ends at episode 459 for Persona 5. It's 60 on a different channel. Also, can you explain the new frog thing? Everything in the chat is frog emails. If you go to KO Gaming, that's where I was uploading the continuation for a while of Persona 5. So if you didn't see it, head over to KO Gaming. That's the name of the... It's actually youtube.com/KO Gaming 1 is the actual channel address. And that's where I was playing it. And I finished it, but I'm almost positive. I swear I had fucking uploaded them to DSP Gaming. Maybe I never did. I mean, this is years ago now. Who fucking knows, right? This happened last summer when DSP Gaming was completely fucked up thanks to YouTube doing a YouTube error with Google Plus and fucking my channel over. How nice of them, right? Anyway, the frog thing is just, I don't know, some silly thing people came up with. It has no rhyme or reason and no reasoning behind it. Just one day people started, like, joking about frogs and posting up frog emotes. And I said, as long as people don't do it in excess where it completely derails everything on stream, I guess there's no problem with it. So people just kept doing it. So it's frogs. There you go. Frogs. I think it was just they were making fun of me because the way I say certain words. I say dog. I don't say dog. I say dog. I was supposed to say frog. Frogs? I always said frogs. I never said frogs. Frogs, dogs, bog. Like, not, it's not a bog, it's a bog. Bog? That can't be right. Oh, it can't be bog. Bog doesn't sound right. Bog? What? I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm so confused. Ah, fucking shit. What's wrong with frogs? Frog. Frog. I'm gonna say frog from now on. Frog. Doesn't sound right at all to me. Frog. Am I tired? Eh. Oh, shit. No, I'm not super tired. Some nights, I don't know, like right now, look. Tonight I'm very yawny. I don't know why I'm so yawny. But I am, I'm very yawny tonight. Some nights I am, some nights I'm not. Fucking shit. Fox doesn't rhyme with facts. Right, fox, facts. They don't rhyme. Frog. Frog. It's frog. Frog. Frag. Right? I don't get it. I don't get it. Big Boy Bites says the best is the way I say roof. It's roof. Is it roof? Do some people say roof? I always said roof. Up on the rooftop, reindeer fall. I guess it's rooftop. Up on the rooftop, reindeer fall. I don't know. What is it? Is it roof or roof? I actually don't know. I guess I would say roofing. I wouldn't say roofing. I would say roofing. But everyone used to say roof where I came from. They would say up on the roof. Not up on the roof. Up on the roof. I don't know. Frog. Cheers to my friends John and Rob own a frog who frequently sits on my dolphins. Roof in the fog. Sound good. An anonymous tipper tipped me $1 and says, how would you pronounce this? The bassist played on his bass-shaped bass kappa. English is hard, my dude. Oh, wait, was it a bass? Maybe it's supposed to be the bass is played on his bass-shaped bass? Unless the bass is just shaped like a normal bass guitar, then it would be a bass. If it's shaped like a fish, then it's a bass. I don't know. Did he have a fish that was shaped like a guitar, or a guitar that was shaped like a fish? Or are you just being repetitive and saying that it was shaped like itself? Alright, this is getting confusing and convoluted. What's happening here? I don't know, but we've got $10 in tips. Thanks, guys. Hopefully we can pick that up. I'm going to be streaming for about another hour tonight, so hopefully it'll pick up a little bit. Cheering's been good. Whoa. There's a lot of cats. I'm running out of fence again. Are you serious? I still didn't make enough fence, I think. Fuck. Oh, wait. Shit! What did I do? No! What have I done? I ruined it. Now I'm being told by Silent Weapons... Ugh, I got hair in my mouth. I'm being told... Come on, get out of there. Pfft. Hate that. I have a Boston accent. Like Cliff Cleaven from Cheers. A Boston accent. I don't live in Boston. I've never lived in Boston in my life. I didn't even know anyone from Boston. Well, actually, I take that back. I knew some people who were from the Boston area who were Red Sox fans. I worked with them for a while. And they really could stretch out words. Huh. Big Boy Abides Cheers. When are we getting the Metal Gear Solid 1 Redemption run? I don't think we're ever. I don't think ever. Unless they remake it in HD, I'm never going to do it. I'm serious. I'm never playing it again. Yeah. Fuck, no, come on. Oh, man. Oh, shit. How did I... Wait a minute, how did I get over this? How did I get over the fence? What the fuck? I gotta sleep. Wait a minute, where's my bed? Wait a minute, where's my bed? Oh, fuck, what happened to my bed? Are you serious? It's missing? Where's my bed? Oh, shit. Anyone know where it went? My bed has disappeared. This is a disaster. This is a fucking disaster. No. Mr. Bravo versus the beds in the village. Fuck. It's not here. This is bad, man. I'm gonna have to make a new one, I guess, because I don't see it anywhere. I'm gonna have to shear one of these sheet. The bed disappeared. I don't know what happened. It's not in my hand at all. That's an axe. What are you talking about? My bed disappeared. This sucks. Oh, wait, is that it? What the fuck? Get out of my bed! What an asshole. He fucking slept in my bed. Get the fuck out of there. Oh my god. Alright, anyway. Let's see here. Big Boy Abides. Oh, sorry. Dolphin cheered. He says, there are dolphins in Minecraft. Are there frogs? Oh no. Dolphin Gang. Oh my god, the Dolphin Gang strikes again.